Melvin Nelson is a retired American professional wrestler. He competed in the United States under the ring names Jimmy Jones and Burrhead Jones. As an African-American wrestler, he was not permitted to wrestle against Caucasians in some territories. Thus he also worked as a referee. Early life. Nelson was born and raised in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. His father left before he was born, and his mother moved away to find work when Nelson was 2 years old. He grew up with his grandparents and 5 siblings. He worked in the family's cotton fields for several years before moving to New York City at age 17. He found employment at a vegetable packing plant and later worked as an elevator operator at a store. Professional wrestling career. Nelson began training with professional wrestlers at a gym near the store where he worked. After gaining muscle and learning how to wrestle, he was given the ring name Jimmy Jones by Vincent J. McMahon upon being hired to compete in the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. He competed in occasional matches for the WWF from 1968 to 1971. His WWF stint included a match against Ivan Koloff, who went on to win the WWF Championship 2 months later. Nelson also competed in several other promotions. As many wrestling organizations in the United States were racially segregated and there were not enough African Americans in any single promotion to provide sufficient competition. As a result, Nelson also worked as a referee when no African American opponent was available. In the early 1970s, Nelson wrestled in the Continental Wrestling Association based in Tennessee. He teamed with Bearcat Brown and Charlie Cook and had a series of matches against Jerry Lawler, Jim White, and Sam Bass. In the middle of the decade, he competed in the Tennessee-based Gulf Coast Championship Wrestling. Nelson also wrestled for Championship Wrestling from Florida. Nelson's ring name was changed as a joke by promoter and wrestler Billy Hines. He told the media that Nelson would be competing as Cockle Burrhead Jones, although the promotion later shortened the name to Burrhead Jones. The name, which some people believed to be a racial slur, was a reference to Nelson's afro hairstyle. As Burrhead Jones, Nelson also competed for Montgomery, Alabama's Tri-State Wrestling, where he originally competed as a heel villain. After losing a tar and feather match, which saw Jones end up covered in molasses and feathers, Jimmy Golden came to the ring and asked to team with him. Golden was a fan favorite, and the storyline saw Golden convert Jones. Together, the pair later held the Tri-State Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Jones also competed in, and lost, a tar and feather match in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. After the match in Mississippi, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, protested and several wrestling shows were canceled as a result. Retirement. Nelson also worked in advertising for A&M Furniture Mart, a local Montgomery, Alabama furniture store. Nelson continued to reside in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, where he found work as a forklift operator after retiring from wrestling. In 2006, he moved to New York City to be closer to his children. Championships and accomplishments. NWA Mid-America, NWA Southern Junior Heavyweight Championship. 1-time Tri-State Wrestling, Tri-State Wrestling Tag Team Championship. 1-time Profile at Online World of Wrestling.